Oh no, where's my mic? There it is. Good morning. Good stuff. Let me get my camera up there. Nice. Morning, afternoon, evening. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, I hope you're doing well. Bob Marley is here. Good morning to you. Marlin Mustang, great to have you here. A reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. The information on this channel is provided for education, informational purposes only. That any express reply, one if you didn't kind of... Yeah, okay, read through this. Great. Pause the stream, keep reading. There we go. I'm not a financial advisor. We're starting on the NASDAQ as always. All right, we're at the high of the week. Playbook opportunity. We took the same exact setup back over here on Tuesday. Coming off the high of the week, we broke down, we coiled sideways, we went vertical. Yesterday was FOMC, did not trade. We've gone back to the high of the week now, and we've came out of the high of the week in peak 1, peak 2, peak 3. And we have broke down and made a lower low. So I'm wondering if we're going to get the same setup twice this week, which would be incredible. We have the previous day's close, previous day's high sitting here. We have a higher low hovering just above previous day's high. So we have a base, we have space, and we've got some space for them to fall back down through and collapse down into this level. And I think I would even be willing to say that this is a bit better. We have a higher low in place and space to fall through. And from where we sit, about right now, back down to this level is about 145 pips. That's a pretty decent move. So I'll be watching this very closely. Not to say that it will play out. A lot of times it does not play out. But the setup is there and the criteria is there. So I'm going to be watching. US 30 already making a humongous move back down to previous day's close. Not really sure what to do with this. We had a breakout close on Wednesday, yesterday off FOMC. A little bit of whipsaw back and forth. Great. Don't really know what to do with it. So I'm probably just going to not speculate. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to go to gold. I'm going to analyze a little bit deeper and further with gold. A lot of days of going up. Market go up. Market go higher. Market keep going up. All right, a lot of days of breakout. We reset over here. We kept going. 1, 2, 3. We reset again. We've gone up once, twice, and then we had a breakout close yesterday to the downside. We've got the low of the week down over here. And we have popped it back up, something like this. All right, breakout close. Market only does 3 things. Breakout trend, reverse, or trading range. And you're going to not get those ads. Paulie, good morning. Bit of an inverse head and shoulders built. Don't really care about that. I am more worried about the fact that we closed in breakout yesterday. We have triggered the previous day's low. We have popped it back up, gone into consolidation, broke down, and are now consolidating up high. And you can kind of see the maneuver that they've done, 1, 2, and 3 to the high, consolidation at the high. An attempt, 3 attempts, once, twice, 3, breaks down, and now that's where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to be watching gold as well. I think that gold is another potential candidate. All right, Russell. What has the Russell done? Closed in, ooh, no, did not. Did not quite close in breakout yesterday. This is another one that looks kind of similar to US 30, has not triggered levels today, whereas everything that I just discussed has. I think that the Russell's another one that I can probably ignore for the day. Yamamama. What do you mean, thank you? You're welcome. Anyways, we're gonna go to oil. Looks like we triggered previous week's high on oil earlier in the week, which is very good. I like to see that. We had a first green day from Friday of last week. Then we had an inside bar on Monday. Then we went vertical on Tuesday, closing in breakout. We had a inside bar, first red day on Wednesday. Now remember, this is an inside bar that this looks really similar. Didn't we just see this? Almost the exact same thing. Like right over here. Well, cheese and rice, that looks really similar. Goodness gracious. Anyways, we've been making higher highs and higher lows today. Inside bar, we triggered the low. I don't know if I should really do anything with this. I think gold and NASDAQ are going to be my main focus for the day. I'll leave this up on my screen. Looking like a little end-of-day consolidation ranging market. EODC, we got the peaks, we got the peaks, we got the peaks, we got the peaks, we got the peaks and the peaks. Kind of seems like a ranging market. Now they are expanding down and they are expanding up. So I guess we'll see, but I think gold has left us. Where's it left? Maybe. We've got 7 minutes to the open. I think it's worth watching. We've got some crazy and somewhat clean maneuvers going on. And I also want to keep in mind that today's Thursday, which means that a part of a 3-day template. Tomorrow could be the day for the better trade. I'm not going to get caught up and chopped up today when tomorrow's a better trade. I've got my coffee. That good old cold box coffee. It's going to be a good day. I can feel it. Maybe not for trading, but just in general. All right, so I'm going to get my 2 that I want to watch up here. In fact, I'll watch 3. Why not? I liked this setup the other day. I'm going to put the NASDAQ down here. That is probably going to be my main focus. Now, they have came down here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 down. I would like to see them continue to consolidate here and then break down more at the open. I do not want to see them go vertical at the open. We should have weakness. We should have traders trapped at the high of the day and a 3 peaks pattern. Do not go back up here. No bueno. All right, we got, let's see. We're going to put gold up top. We'll put oil up top. I'm going to delete some of this, all these lines, because they're going to freak me out. And I think I might even put, I'm going to put gold over here because it'll catch my eye a little bit better. I'll put oil over here. All right, so we've got gold top right, oil top left, NASDAQ bottom. Can everybody see that okay? Good. Glad to hear it. And I'm going to get my little broker set up here. Anybody trade yesterday? Shaky, you traded NASDAQ back to the opening range high. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mustang. Yeah, it's a big reason I don't like to participate because a lot of things they just feel weird. Which yesterday could have been considered a first red day trade, maybe. Caught the initial drop. Cool. All learning curve, absolutely. Every day is a learning experience for sure. All right, how big are these ranges that we're in? What is my risk looking like? 36. Got my other screen all set up here. One thing I'm noting, the way that this is moved, look at this. Consolidation. Yeah, really like this. Hit the low, hit the high, and now we've gone lower. That could be good. $48 of you in here right now. If we could all hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate that. It does help more than you realize. It lets YouTube know, hey, this guy's he's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe more people should see his stream. And then they push it out just a little bit further. Mustang, so think about the plan, right? What could the market do in the morning, right? So we'll call this the morning session. We'll call this the afternoon. Very frequently, what I have found is the market will put in a high, it'll put in a low, it will look like it's going to participate in a move. I get in long, and it immediately breaks back down. I get caught in the trap up high, it breaks back down, it wants to dip down one more time. Afternoon session opens up and goes vertical. And that was the actual move. Or in reverse. That happens a lot. It happens frequently enough that I stop trading on FOMC days. Does it happen every single FOMC day? No. Are there still some very good morning trades on FOMC day? Occasionally. But not enough that I feel good that I can trust it. So I just stopped altogether. There's a lot of false moves, a lot of fake moves that are criteria based as well. That's the annoying part. That's the worst part about it, is there's a lot of criteria based trade entries in the morning on an FOMC day, and they just don't follow through. So if I was watching, I would have to take it. But then I lose a lot when that happens. So why would I keep doing it? If I keep touching the stove and it keeps burning me, and I look at my hand and go, it blistered, I would be quite foolish to keep touching the stove. Okay, so we have broken down. Market has gone into a 1-bar trading range on the NASDAQ. On the NASDAQian, we got this 1 bar here. It's created a box. We've sat on the inside of that box for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes now. Going on 30 minutes. One, two, sideways. I wonder if that third bar is going to come down and then the next bar is going to go shooting back up. I hope not. But I am going to wait a little bit to make sure that I feel good about it. Ooh, 1 minute chart looking a little rowdy. One minute chart is looking a little rowdy. Surprisingly, gold is the one that seems to be continuing to collapse. Honestly, not really that surprising. Look at this pump up. Consolidation breaks down. I mean, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I had an order in. To go short. I was going to see if this bar worked up and then pinned and then followed through down in the last few seconds. That did not happen, so I've removed my order. I've removed my order. I have nothing in place. No orders. I have not entered anything. Yeah, FOMC was just whatever. I mean, I heard what he said yesterday. It was like something along the lines of there's still too much inflation, the job, whatever, is creeping. So basically, the market's still not really in great. We don't have a great economy necessarily, but we're just going to lower the interest rates anyways. It's kind of what I heard. I don't know if that's an accurate depiction. I don't really follow the macro that much. I am not an economist. I make fun of them because if we always hear about these super sophisticated and elite economists predicting certain things that seem to never come true. So I joke around about that, and they're always unnamed as well. They just use the word economist. It's great. Economists believe. Which one? Which economist? Please tell me. Anyways. All these weird, like, AI-generated news stories. We have still not left the box. We're on 5 minutes. Oh, they just left the box. Interesting. They left the box. 1 minute chart. They pinned up. They pinned down. And they seem to be continuing to push higher. Oh no, is my setup going to fail today? Did they just trap shorts down in P2? Down in P2 and P3, actually. Maybe it's a 10 a.m. club maneuver. Could it be? I don't know. Gold was first red day yesterday. Yeah. It was also breakout day 1. And also today they triggered previous day's low. So this was a very good and valid setup. Pretty clean. Kurt Richardson, good morning to you. 3 exclamation marks. I like to see it. Love to see it. Looks like games. Yeah. Just whip out the Xbox controller and go crazy. That's what's happening right now. No big deal. We'll just spam X and spam Y and see what happens. Oh, gold might be continuing to follow through. I don't know where I would have got in. Do I get in on the 930 down close bar? At previous day's low? It's not something I normally do. Tis not something I usually do. Is US 30 doing anything interesting? No, it is not. This is another one of those consolidation. I'm not predicting the future. I'm just noticing consolidation, spike the high. Are we spiking the low right now? Are they going to pull this thing back up and just dumbfound everybody with a ranging day? I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, okay, NASDAQ. Let's put gold back up here. Okay, I am not going short off of this just yet. I would like to see the shorts start making money. Because all they have done right now, looking at a 1 minute chart, right? Think about it like this. Yes, they have put a very large down close bar right here. That is great. That is fantastic. Did it let anybody make money? Is that guy making money? No. Is that guy making money? Not really. They closed the bar at the most advantageous point to get people to go short without allowing them to actually make any money. Are these guys down here making money? No. Which means that I might not either. I might end up getting stuck. So I'm going to hold on for a second. Let's see what it's capable of. Are we going to keep following through here? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's see. All right, we're looking for previous day's high, kind of around that area. Let's see. I'm in small as well. Small enough that if I lose, it's not going to hurt. But just big enough that it's worth it. Let's see. I'd like to add in. I'd like to get in bigger, if I'm being honest. But I need a good place. I need a good place. This is meant to be a fast moving setup. Okay, they should want to accelerate. There should be squeezing. People should be giving up on their long positions and realizing that they're being liquidated. And they are going to be afraid. They should be, right? We should stop seeing back and forth. Do I use sweet spots? I don't call it sweet spots. It's just a 100 pip box, but we can toss that bad boy up there. By the way, hi. Carlo, hello to you. I got stopped out at break even, everybody. And I'm good with that. Let's see if it continues to follow back through. I'm gonna hop back in. I think that I might have pulled stops a little too early. I am not back in. All right. Well, let's hold on and see what it does. We're almost down there now. We should be following through, and I guess the indicator decided it did want to work, which is great. Sit here and watch this bad boy on a 15-minute chart. Remember to breathe, everyone. Big breaths. Big breaths. Marlon says he's break even. I am as well. I am in this 5 contracts. I'm looking to go up to 5 more. If they come back out and stop me out at break even, that's just going to be really disappointing. These shallow pullbacks are killing me. Box breathing. All right. Let's hold on for a second. They got me again. I had a lot of size on there, so I wanted to make sure that I'm managing well, but, kind of tight. It hurts a lot less to have size on there and get stopped out break even and watch it go to take profit than have a lot of size on there and take a full stop. That hurts a little bit. So I'm good with that. Took 2 break even stop outs plus a little bit. Not an insane amount, but it's a little something in the green, but nothing to write home about. That's for sure. I will not be visiting my local Lamborghini dealership today, unfortunately. I miss those explosive trades. Yeah. I mean, right is right. When you see something that is jumping in a direction and following through confidently and just moving, right? Kind of like we're seeing right now in the opposite direction, which is just, some kangaroo markets, whatever. It's not really. It's just, that's how it goes. That's why you protect yourself. Whenever you're in the right move and things are exploding unidirectionally, you should be able to get to break even fairly quickly. It shouldn't be maybe it'll, no. Nope. I just go to break even. I'll take a break even stop any day of the week. I don't care. Protecting myself is more important than winning any given trade, any single trade. There's plenty more winners out there that I can take part in. We got 9 minutes to the new hour. This did not behave the way that I expected. Although I did say it, One bar down, breaks the low. 2 bars down, consolidates. Third bar, biggest bar on the chart, reverses immediately. I did say that. I think I even said something like, I don't want to predict, but it was something that I should think about. Do I ever change bias? I'm not going to say never, Mustang. What I will do is, if I, at the beginning of the session, if I have a very solid thesis and a template that could go long or could go short, I will establish that at the beginning of the session. Does that mean every single day that happens? No, absolutely not. In most cases, if it's first red day, I'm going to follow the first red day. If it's first green day, I'll probably just follow the first green. But if I have a solid thesis of why it could do both based off of an actual trading template, then yes. It just has to be established early on. I don't really like this pattern anymore. I would like to see if this is a 1, 2, sideways, 3, they need to start closing some bars back down over here, because that would begin allowing P2 out of the move and to make money. And I want to see P3 start getting put into play as well. And I'd be fine with that, because the setup calls for trade back to previous day's high or previous day's close. And if that were to happen, this would be enough distance away. But I'm not allowed to do anything before then, because that would be chasing and speculating and guessing. We bounced off a trend line. You might be tracking it on the close of bars, aren't you? Actually, I still don't see how you did it. And that's why I don't really like trend lines, because they kind of feel, they're whatever, On oil, I really wasn't looking for anything, to be honest. Ackman, I just put it up there. I did think that it was very interesting. Look at how this is broken out on Tuesday and pulled back on Wednesday. And I'm going to pull the oil, or this chart up here. This was Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today, Thursday. It's the exact same template. It's the exact same template. I'm not really sure what I should be looking for today, though. So, yeah. They are highly subjective, but valid. I agree. It is a reoccurring phenomenon that happens in the market, making them valid. Also, the using them for like trap volume and to identify rectangles of consolidation. Love that as well. I guess that's not technically really a trend line, but just like 3 pushes, right? I take a beating in the comments from people saying 3 pushes is nonsense. It doesn't work. It's subjective and blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Well, good luck with your super trend and your EMA and whatever else. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is how I trade. You go rock that Elliott wave, man. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I'm not attacking you, Bed, by any means. I think trend lines are definitely they're definitely useful. So as long as we all understand we're all on the same page that they are subjective. You know? I think my best way of using them, especially in like for like a larger setup, right? Or you could even do it on a smaller one. When you identify 3 days of breakouts, for example, so if you have, we'll call this like breakout day 1, breakout day 2, breakout day 3. On some templates and the way that the market behaves in some cases, in a lot of cases, actually, you'll have a run to a high over the course of multiple days like this. And then once it starts to consolidate up high, turns into a bit of a Wyckoff pattern. And you'll be able to see it run up, go into a rectangle, start to break down. And the way that it runs, consolidates, starts to break down, pulls back, and then follows through. Again, like it's just really nice to see that sort of pump for a dump pattern. It's very clean. I think that's probably how I normally using them. Interesting. P1, P2, P3, immediately take it away and reverse the market. Now everyone's trapped below P2. Not allowing shorts out of the market. Oh no. They are allowing the longs to make money again. A little bit of a flip. Does that mean I just go long? No. Does that mean I just go short? No. Just flip the chart? Oh gosh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Hold on. There we go. Well, when you put it that way. I'm just playing. I'm starting to mess around because I'm bored. I already took that one trade for anybody who's just popping in here. We took the initial drive outside of consolidation after the open 9:30. down facing candle. They came out of the 1 bar range. The 1 bar range failed to go higher. We were at the EMA coiling. We started to fall through. I was looking for the 3 sessions of breakout set up at the high of the week, going back to previous day's high or the previous day's close. We had 3 legs out of the consolidation as well, beginning of the day. We had the breakout level here, and then once they went back to the high of the week, over yonder, went up once, twice, 3 times, broke down, made a lower low. So I think it was a very valid, very clean opportunity. That just didn't work out. My pink rabbit. Yep. My pink rabbit. It stands out, doesn't it? I mean, the characteristics, we've been going up for more than 3 weeks. Market go up long time. Market go up so long it's kind of overextended. And then we have these 3 sessions of breakout. They break out, they don't touch the previous day's high, and it just keeps going and dragging all day long. It stands out really well. I love that setup. When it works out, I love this setup because that thing absolutely rips. It just hasn't ripped today, unfortunately. It did the other day, 2 days ago. Back over here. It actually didn't really rip over here either. There was still a lot of back and forth getting down to that level. And it didn't really go that far. This setup is supposed to be good for, 150, sometimes 300 points. Unidirectional, just straight down. And this one only went from entry to target. I think it only went like 35 points for me, which is still really good. I mean, that's a lot of ticks. But 35 is not anywhere near 150. $35 is not greater than or equal to 150. It just simply is not. I think people started leaving because they realized I might not be taking a trade. I'm starting to realize that too. No. And you know what though, Marlon? That's okay because I've seen this cycle before. Been here, done that a few times, in fact. It does this. Throughout the year, it does this. Where the timing shifts. Things start happening earlier. Things start happening later. They're not happening at 9:30. That's okay. I'll just wait for it to start happening again at 9:30. Like there's no... If you've perfected sitting on your hands, then you have nothing to worry about because you're capable of continuing to manage the exact same, continuing to execute the exact same, and continuing to lose the exact same, which is lose as if nothing happened and move on. And then when you take a winner, it'll outdo all those losers and you'll be fine. It's no big deal. Now, if you let it fester and it starts to roll downhill and snowball and you start trying to make your money back on just stupidity, that's where it becomes a problem. Which is what it's feeling like right now. Not as far as making money back, but just this doesn't feel like it's doing what I want. Never me, leave with me. Appreciate that, Polly. Hourly chart still going higher. This bar did close a little bit lower than this one. I used to trade Asia, Marlon, just a little bit. I would scalp Asia. like strong scalps. And if I were to do it again, I think I would probably trade a majority like gold. And I would look for Asian follow through on breakout trades. So a trade that, which is actually one of the ones that Steve Mauro talks about. Steve Mauro talks about the carry trade. It carries into the next day. So you have a strong rally or decline into the close, and the next day follows through, either from current price back to previous day's high, or they break out a previous day's high, pull back, and follow through an Asian session. If I was to trade Asia again, that's the only setup that I would probably trade. And I used to trade Asia, like I said. I've never traded London. I don't think I will be going back to Asia or London. I'm just kind of talking about it. Are you talking about the carry trade, Marlon? Oh, gosh. Like this, for example, right? This one went up into the close. And it dumped down a little bit. There was no engulfment, so there's really no trade till about right here. Could have maybe taken it at, what is that? 8:45. The only problem with that is it started making, on the day kind of lower lows. What you really want to see is it continue to follow through and make higher highs, or trigger the high, pull back, and then curl for a bit of a run. And also made a high and pulled off the high. So this one, see how this has ran into the close? And then there was really not much of a pullback into the new day. And then it just continued to run. That's what you want to see. It really didn't pull off the high, and it just had immediate follow through the next day, and it continued to run. I don't think NASDAQ is a very accurate example of that this week, because these last few weeks it's been on an extended run. So my results, whenever the market is not in an extended run, might be skewed by that. I would have to go back and look at different market conditions where so this one didn't run into the close. It didn't close at the low of the day. This one didn't really close at the low of the day either. This is gold. So this one, see how this one ran pretty much into the close? It pulled off the high just a little bit, but it was in consolidation. A very clean EODC. And then right at the beginning of the new day, we have 8 o'clock engulfment, first 15 minutes. And an explosive move back up through the high, coming off the low of the day, back to the high of the day. Back to the high of the previous day. That's good. And it also closed in breakout, which is important. Okay, here's one that closed in breakout. Ran into the close for the most part. Nice clean EODC. Failed breakout right at the beginning of the day. Failure to go lower. I probably wouldn't have taken this one just because it looks like maybe it started to break down. I think I would have been a little too cautious. Here we go. So breakout and a run into the close. This is definitely one that I would be looking at or waiting for the carry. Perfect timing right at the beginning of the session. Follow through from the close back to the previous day's high. Anyways. Yeah. It's kind of an extended answer. 10:12. I'll probably wait till like 10:45 today. 10:30. The longs got worked. The longs got worked. Okay. Ooh, actually, I need to use this one. This is where they put the high in place. I built a roadmap to the setup. Now this is not part of the roadmap. We should have broke down lower low, pulled back, and gone vertical. Whatever. It might not be working out. But this is where we're at. That bad boy just keeps pulling higher, huh? You know, at the very least, the chart, the way that it's moving is very clean. Like, yeah, I didn't follow through, but at least the chart's clean. At least it doesn't look like a pile, you know, a big steaming pile. Looks pretty good. I don't know about for taking a trade necessarily, but wait a minute. Wait. It broke down at the high of the day and went sideways under the EMA and coiled. We're at closing price. I thought we were supposed to. Yep. Shorts just got absolutely smoked. Oh, I've clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Oh no. I think someone, Ackman, it might have been you in here earlier. This is kind of how it seems to be consolidating today. No, I wouldn't even say that. Something like this. Seems like maybe it was doing something like that, or I don't know. Maybe it is like this. I don't know. It's a pretty crazy looking trend line. Right back up here at the high of the day. We broke down. We've gone back to the high. Will the high of the day fail? NQ is a no for me. I think that this exact setup might just be valid for tomorrow. Maybe. That is a massive maybe. That's a lot of time between now and then. I think I'm done for the day. I don't want to sit here and watch this. I want to go work out. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time, ready to go, ready to trade. Hopefully on to better setups. We'll finish this week strong so we can get into the weekend. You have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.